Hey, it's Andre, and it's time for another Friday Flying Update. And to my friends celebrating Easter, well, happy Easter. To the rest of you, yay, it's Friday. As you see, the bench has been proactive for me again. I'm having a good time with it. Last weekend, the MX2 sent to me by a buddy Scott from Australia. It went up in the air, and I had a really good time flying this thing. The setup is pretty basic. It is a 2830-11 1000 kV motor, 35 amp ESC, 6-channel Orange RX receiver, 4 metal 9-gram servos, and a slow fly 10-inch prop. Almost the same spec as I used outside of the prop for most of my flight test scratch build airplanes. Still got to tweak the nose weight a tiny bit. I think it was a little tail weight, which really helped in me hovering and everything. But we got it up, and like Sunday or Saturday last week, it was bitterly cold, just frigid. And so I flew this one, 1300 3S in my Nanotech 50 amp ESC, 50C batteries. Tend to do really well. But threw this guy up in the air and went flying and had a really good time. Just popped 2 batteries through it and really just was enjoying it immensely. It is a good looking plane, and I think it's going to see a lot of action with me. The other aircraft I flew over the weekend was the Flight Test Mighty Mini Aero, and Luke from rcthunderquads.com is the one who sent me all the carbon fiber bits. He's now able to produce some more of them, and they're up for sale, so check them out. Again, rcthunderquads.com. Had a really good time with the Aero. I was beaming around and was flying FPV for the first time. Just, getting used to it, trying to get it low, because it's amazing how high you end up flying when you're doing FPV. And my buddy Martin tunes in, and all of a sudden, the low arrow goes, woo, and rolls. And I'm like, Martin's like, that was cool. Did you do that for me? I'm like, no. So then it does it again. I'm like, does it another roll? And I'm like, all right, something's up. And I'm thinking, must be control link. Maybe I'm getting too far away, and the FPV is interfering with the receiver. And then all of a sudden, it just barrels right into the ground. Black, nothing. Camera ejected. All the carbon fiber bits had come off. What had happened? It was so cold that the hot glue, had let go from the PLA center pot. So I came home and I cleaned everything up, did some sanding, and put all the patches back, and put all the pieces back on, and sanded down here. And then I added in the center a spar along with some tape and everything. If this happens again, I'm probably going to look into bonding some little sleeves or something that'll help sandwich in and glue right to the foam and everything. But I think this is pretty good. Again, fantastic aircraft from Flight Test to fly. I'm really enjoying it. I may put a little strap or rubber band on the top to keep the battery contained in case there are future downs. Well, we know you'll crash again. That's just the way it goes. And speaking of FPV, a few of you have watched my YouTube video where I designed or modified the Quantum V1 goggles by adding a 3-inch extension to the viewable area. And this is mainly for my son James, who wanted to be able to take his glasses off and watch FPV and still see the resolution. When he was with me at the field, he didn't like the 7-inch display because he couldn't get his face into it. Well, this is fantastic and perfect for him. The strap is set to his head size now, so this is his setup, and the screen worked out really well. So basically it's foam board wrapped in tape and so on to darken it up, and the monitor's set right back and glued in, anchored in place, the nice little receiver, and it is turned into quite a good setup for us, and James is really happy. So I was flying the quad around my little nano blade. He was with this, and I had my fat giant goggles on, so really happy that turned out. If you're looking for a little change to your setup and want to get rid of that slider and that magnifying lens, this is the way to go. Speaking of things we're reviewing, the RunCam 2 from GearBest. I'm really impressed with this. The footage, I put up footage of me just test flying the MX2, and it was just raw from the camera, compressed for YouTube, and that's about it. And there's sun flares and so on, and the camera does really, really well. So far in the box, I'm impressed. I haven't tweaked the settings or nothing. I do like the app and the Wi-Fi control that I could use with my iPhone. That is impressive. It is a really clean interface, and you can roll and control. The best part is you can just sit there, set your shot up. Yep, that looks good. I'm doing my 1080 or 720 at 120 frames a second. So really impressed. Looking forward to working with this and getting that review. If the weather's good this weekend, this thing will be up on, say, like the Tundra, because we have new fresh snow on the ground to deal with. So. And then yesterday, we were home due to weather conditions. The buses were canceled. So, in the afternoon, I snuck down here and I went to work on this lovely, lovely thing. This is the Durafly Spitfire Mark 1A from Hobby King. And I love Spitfires. And I've never flown one, but I love them. And when the Mark 1 came out, I was... yeah, this is the one for me kind of thing, because it's, I like Mark 1s. And it was pretty easy build. The most intensive part was just doing the decal work and everything. And otherwise it snapped together. I'm using a FR Sky receiver in there, and I will be putting in a 4S 2200 in just about all my warbirds, so I'm looking forward to that purchase. Well, not looking forward to that purchase, but I will be buying some decent batteries that will last me a good long lifespan. So this one, I figure April, late April, early May, once the runway is available, will be coming out and going flying along with all my other warbirds. So there we have it, folks. Again, if you're celebrating Easter this weekend, happy Easter. For the rest of you, enjoy your Friday and your weekend. If you're going out flying, have fun, be safe. See you there. Thanks.